Hey y'all, it's Cassie. Welcome back to Sermons for a Revolution. Each week I answer your questions about how to heal yourself so that together we can heal the world. I'm on a lake where people are having a fucking ball and they're like screaming and yelling and having so much fun, and I think it's so perfect because this week's question is, how do you find non-toxic supportive female friendships? So you're going to hear a lot of friends who are having a blast out here. Hope you don't mind, hope you enjoy it. So I'm assuming that you are asking this question because you've experienced unsupportive and toxic female friendship. So A Course in Miracles says to have all, give all. If you want clear, supportive female friendships, you're going to have to be a clear, supportive female friend. But Cassie, I am a clear, supportive female friend. It's them who are toxic. I hear you. I 100% hear you on this, and I want you to be free. So we're going to go a little bit deeper. All minds are joined, according to A Course in Miracles. So while it may appear that there's you and there's your friend, on a metaphysical level, there's only one of you. On a metaphysical level, you remain connected to all friendships as you seek out new friendships. So what you've got to do is clean up your old friendships before you look at the new ones. There is no breaking up with friends, as we hear it so much today. We simply carry the old toxic energy into the new friendships. As a result, we continue to find toxic energy and toxic friendships wherever we go. So what's the common denominator in all of your friendships? My friend, I love you, and that is why I have to say, it's you! That's the good news. I'm also the common denominator in all of my toxic friendships. But we have 100% responsibility to clean all those up. And it's so great because we actually can. There's a way, and I'm going to show you how today. So like I said, there's only one of us here. That's what the Course in Miracles tells us. There's only one of us here in the friendship. The space between you is actually more real than you two as individuals. If it's a clear, supportive friendship, you fill that space with good shit. You fill it with hell yes and atta girls, and you're going to drive across the country to be with each other when you're having a hard time. In that space, you're going to see them as perfect, even if they cannot see themselves as perfect. You fill it with your faith and their dreams. Just every good thing you can possibly think of. You remind them that they're powerful and creative and honest and kick-ass and otherworldly. These are the things that you tell them when you're around each other. And you also tell each other the truth if you're going through a hard time. But in a toxic friendship, y'all just started putting some dark energy in there. There's just some dark energy in the space between you. Maybe you got a little jealousy thrown in, or maybe a few passive-aggressive remarks. Maybe there was a long night of gossip about somebody else. And I'm here to tell you, gossiping about other people is still putting dark energy in there. And here's the thing, even if you're gossiping about men, it's still the dark energy is getting put in there. Maybe you affirmed her when she gave up on her goals instead of holding her to the highest possible standard of herself. And that crap can add up. I don't know what happened. You know what happened. None of us are perfect. I've totally been there, and I've had to go and clean up the dark energy that I put in a space a million times. We just clean it up as soon as we realize it's there. So here's a step-by-step detox for friendship. Step 1, make a list of every friendship that you are experiencing as toxic and unsupportive right now. Just make a list. Number 2, recognize that you have a resentment against these people. The Course in Miracles tells us to ask in prayer what we can do for each person that we need to forgive. So for each person on the list, ask in prayer what you can do. And if you've watched these videos before, then you know that I am not talking about any particular God. You are welcome to choose the God of your understanding. It can be the universe, it can be energy, whatever you want to call it. But just ask that force, what can I do for this person? What can I do for Jill? The answer might be stay away. Or the answer might be to send her an anonymous gift. Or anything. It might be go to the grocery store right now, and you get to the grocery store and you find yourself in her favorite food section. I don't know what it is. I have no idea, but you know. You and the God or the spirit or the energy of your understanding do know. And this is the money shot. Write down literally everything you can take responsibility for in terms of toxicity in the relationship. Literally get a pen and write it down. And I'm very literal with my suggestions, so I really want you to get a pen and write it down. And before you begin, say a prayer that the truth be revealed to you. Pray for courage. Y'all, this is really like drinking mud. It's like drinking mud to take 100% responsibility, but it's also the key to total freedom. So did you gossip about others to her? Did you gossip to her about others? Did you not show up for her? Did you start fights or act passive aggressive? Or were you keeping score or criticizing or getting jealous of her? Were you secretly wishing that she would be just a little bit less amazing so that she wouldn't take off without you? Put it down on paper. Put it all there and pray to find out if there's more. And here is number 5. Call your friend. Call your friend and take 100% responsibility for any toxicity in the relationship. And here's the tricky part. Ignore completely anything that she did in this call. The Course of Miracles refers to this as positive denial. You're denying that the toxic energy that she brought is the truth of who she is. I'm not saying she didn't bring toxic energy. She probably did. Just deny that that's the truth of who she is. So what it might sound like is, this is what the call might sound like. I've been telling myself that you're a toxic friend, but I realized after taking a look that I was avoiding looking at myself. And all this time I've really felt really disconnected from you. I felt isolated, and I feel like I've lost a friend who I love. And then you just tell them what you did. I gossiped with you, I started fights, I was rude to your boyfriend, I sabotaged your career by keeping you out really late at night and not supporting your dreams. I've not been the friend that you deserved. And then tell them you love them, man, because you love them. Even if you're mad at them right now, deep down, you love them. And tell them that. And tell them that you want every possible dream that they have to come true. Every possible dream they can imagine, and start imagining dreams for them at that point. Just imagine. And be sure to follow through. But once you declare that this is who you are now, you can tell them, I'm now the epitome of a supportive friend. And once you've declared that, I promise you that you are going to see your life unfold differently. You're going to start stepping into that. When I started practicing this, friends started coming back into my life that I loved so much that I hadn't seen in years, and they have just been like soul food for me. The Course in Miracles says to have all, give all. So I just started giving a little bit more, and I started getting a little bit more. I don't give to get, but that's just the way it works in this world. So maybe you don't have to see the person that you have toxic energy with ever again. Maybe they don't have to be your bestie again. You don't have to go on like girls trips or anything, but at least clear off your side of the street, and you will get rid of that energy in your own orbit. I promise you. Your spiritual experiment for the week is, you guessed it, find one toxic friend and do the practice that I just laid out. And I really beg you to do it in order and to do all the steps, because if you leave one out, it will not go as well as it could. Clear the space for a healthy friendship. And be sure to get your copy of May Cause Love, available everywhere books are sold and also at my website. And while you're there, let's cause some love, my friends. We are getting 2 copies of May Cause Love into every single women's jail, rehab, and shelter in the United States and Canada. We would love your help. So if you go to my website, go ahead and find the page that's dedicated to this project, and we would love for you to be on board. And finally, if you have a question for me, go ahead and send it to me in an email, and I would love to hear from you. I will 100% get back to you at some point on this channel. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here.